Hello, welcome or welcome back to Sapling Tarot. My name is Imogen. Today we're going to be doing the Battle Arcana game as devised by El Battleur here on TarotTube, which is super fun. Okay, so the idea is you take a Major Arcana, we have the Tower, and then you take another one and you say which one you prefer. And I love the Tower, and I think that this is an amazing, like, frenetic tower, but I love the moon symbolism. I mean, I just love the moon in general, but I think that this is a really gorgeous moon card because it's a little bit kind of creepy, and I enjoy that. So we have the moon wins against the tower. Sorry, tower. Oh, the lovers. Oh, that's hard. Okay, so the lovers is my card because I'm a Gemini. I think this is such a good lovers card. I like that it does have the Adam and Eve thing in it, but it doesn't feel, I don't know, I think because there's something just a little bit kind of off kilter about this deck. This doesn't feel like super heteronormative lovers style. I like the peach pit of it all. I like the anatomical thing. Oh, it's hard. Yeah, sorry moon, I'm going to go lovers because I am biased. Okay, and then we have, this is the Hierophant. Now I have difficult feelings about the Hierophant, as I'm sure many people do. I think that this is a beautiful card, like visually. The colour combination of this kind of like tealy copper patina colour and then the red of these butterflies is like a particular favourite colour combination of mine. I like the idea of this kind of like traditional historic wisdom thing that's like completely devoid of like a particular religious undertone, but I'm sorry, I like the lovers more than I like the Hierophant. Oh, the Emperor, another one that I have a problem with, but I think that this is such a beautiful, I'm just going to keep saying that, I'm really sorry. I think it's a beautiful deck. I love the colours, that it's like not so on the nose red, but still the impression is red. Like the scenery and the iconography and symbolism and stuff I think is super cool. But again, yeah, sorry Emperor. Oh, the wheel. Yeah, so this is my birth card when you do like the maths of it all. My number is like 10, so this is my birth card. I think that it's a really cool depiction with the black and white and then the kind of the golden wheel in it, and I'm coming around the Wheel of Fortune. I've seen like enough interesting depictions of it and like new perspectives on it that I'm coming around to it, but yeah, it's not a fave. Oh no, okay, the High Priestess. So cool, so powerful. The colours are just so good. That's hard. You know, maybe controversial, but I'm still picking the lovers. The Magician. Okay, so the greens are just delicious in this. I really like the Magician and the way that it can be read in, so I mean all the cards in the tarot can be read in so many different ways, but the Magician feels very like everyone has their own relationship with the Magician. I'm a very like Mercury heavy person, not as in heavy metal poisoning, but as in just like my chart and my life and kind of the way I see the world and stuff, and so both of these cards have that kind of mercurial element to them. I think the Magician is winning. Gosh, sorry lovers, you did very well. Okay, the Magician and the Fool. Yeah, I think this Fool is beautiful. I love the kind of the fairies and the butterflies and that kind of whimsical nature of it. I I like the Magician more, and I can't necessarily articulate why. Oh, the Devil. It's funny, I really like the Devil in this deck. It makes me laugh because this deck is quite dark, that this doesn't feel like the most intimidating Devil I've seen. Like, there's something, I don't know, there's kind of a lot of, it's not quite negative space, but there's like a spaciousness to it rather than like the chaotic nature of some of these cards. And so like there's something kind of more restful to the eye about it. Yeah, I love you, but no, we're sticking with the Magician. The weirdly, like, particularly in this deck and in some other decks, like, I like the kind of trickster energy of the Magician in this one more than that one. Temperance. I'm just checking there's not cards stuck together. Visually, the blue and the white, absolutely top notch. I think this is such a cool depiction of it. It absolutely kind of throws me to like Greece or somewhere. You know, they've got their feet well planted, but then like generally it's quite a watery blue sky card. Beautiful, but like not one that I have like a personal connection with as yet. The sun. Oh, this card is so beautiful. I do struggle with this, just makes me feel a little bit unwell. And that's on me, that's not on the card, that's not on anyone. It just makes me feel a bit icky. I think it's really beautiful. I was reading, is it Collective Cartomancy on Instagram, had a really cool post about the sun recently and about where the sun sits in like the journey. So like everything's gone wrong, everything's like finally come to light, and now it's like what are you going to do about it kind of energy, and I like that a lot. It's also like one of my birth cards, so like you've got the 10, but then you've got the 9 and the 1 of the sun adding together to be a 10, so the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune and the sun all kind of numerologically have a thread between them, and the sun is one that I like struggle with more. I'm like more, it's funny because like I'm more confident with the Magician, I'm less confident with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm potentially even less confident with the sun. I don't dislike the sun the way that I dislike the Wheel of Fortune, but there is something that I'm like, I struggle with a bit with the energy of it. But I think it's gorgeous. I'm sorry, okay. I'm just not there yet on my journey. The Chariot, a gorgeous card, a very like spacious or sparse card compared to some of them. I find this really interesting because like there's no sense of movement to me. I like that we've got the Cancer symbolism, and I think this is like one of the reasons that I picked this deck for this month, is because this is like one of the more overt astrological things to my mind, or in my memory. I know that the Chariot in other decks doesn't necessarily have movement, but I wish that was like more of a thing. These colours are just aggressively delicious, but no. Okay, this is Justice, and oh, these colours. The red and the yellow all together just absolutely sing. I love this like central depiction as being Justice, absolutely spot on. Love it. This is kind of going back to that more like frenetic, cluttered look that I like so much about this deck. But I'm really interested that I'm like umming and ahhing here. Oh, this is difficult. Which one do I prefer? I think artistically. Oh no, I can't even say that. No, okay, you're going. I'm sorry. I love you, but no. Death. This death card is chilling. All the ice and the water and stuff. Again, it's one of the much more like simple cards. I think it's very cool, but I don't like. It's not beating the Magician with all of that lush greenery. The Hanged One, very cool. Like the use of white in this. I think it's such an interesting such an interesting way of portraying it. I like that you've got the kind of the traitor-ish thing with all the arrows, which I'm now starting to understand a bit better. But yeah, I think it's very, just trying to work out where that's a map of. I don't know. I think it's very cool. And like the compasses and stuff. It's very cool. Everything in this deck is very cool and very beautiful. Okay, so this is the strength card, which I don't see the like standard definition in it so much as like some of the other ones. It's like more intuitive to me, like what the decisions were in it. I think it's a beautiful image, but I don't see it so much. Yeah. Wow, Magician's really powering through. Okay. Oh, okay. The star has been following me around recently. From this deck, and I think it is just stunning. Wow, this is really hard. I think it's such an interesting depiction of the star as well, because there is no star in the card, and like it's totally removed from a lot of the traditional imagery, and yet it makes sense to me on like a gut instinct level. Like I don't have any questions about what card this is. Ironically, even though there's a fucking moon on it, it always just makes like total sense to me. And some of the cards in this deck don't, and I do have to look at the guidebook to make sure that I'm reading it right and like that I've got the right card. Which do I prefer, Magician or the Star? I think the Star's been following me around recently, so... Ooh, that was difficult. Okay. Star or the Empress? I think this is so funny. Just like the angry baby Jesus. Yeah, it's gorgeous imagery. It's just like an archetype that I struggle with a bit. I think it's stunning, but like it's not beating the Star for me. Ooh, the Lust card. Stunning, gorgeous, absolutely 10 out of 10 card. Is she beating the Star? I think she has to. Oh gosh, wow, okay. It's like a gut instinct one. Oh, the Hermit, I love this. Of the black and white with the red. I think some of the use of colour, or the use of colour generally in this deck is just incredible, but like sometimes like it just really sings. Gorgeous, very cool. See a lot of myself in this card. Inflamed brain, whatever. But no. The World. This was the only one of the Major Arcana that I had to go and like check that I was right about this, because this feels very like Queen of Pentacles to me. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's like that kind of chaotic maximalist thing that I love so much about this deck. But this speaks to me. Jesus, what is this saying about me? Oh, and the Judgment card. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very cool Judgment card, and it gives me like so much to think about. But yeah, I mean, visually it's not winning prizes. So what did we have? We had the Lovers, the Magician, and the Star. These were my like dream team top contenders in the Battle Arcana. Oh, they're so gorgeous. They really speak to each other so well. Ugh, amazing. Okay, so technically last one, but I mean, stunning. I mean, apparently what I look for in a tarot card is boob, but yeah, gorgeous. 10 out of 10. What an absolutely stunning deck. But yeah, so we have winners.